All right.
Okay.
So
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the last Wednesday of the month. It's the 25th of October. Halloween's coming. As you can see behind me, I got my Halloween scenery there. And I've noticed last night on our mandatory calls, there's a few people that had their Halloween scenes up last night, which is cool. Now, what we're going to do today is a combination of things. We've had some questions that we weren't able to answer in the last week or so, and we're going to try to address them right now. And then after that, I'm going to show you a quick video that was done for staking, but you may have already seen it, you may not have. So anybody that's in the Vivo program have their watch or band and have gotten to the point where they are still a little foggy on staking, it's that 10-minute video. So I'll show that, and then after that, if there's any questions, we can go from there. Sound good, everybody? Okay, great. So then, why don't we start off, Joel, with the questions that you have, and then we'll go from there.
Perfect. So okay, so we did have somebody come in and ask a couple questions. So I'll cover each of them. There's three questions. One of them was the difference between category pages and regular pages that we add, and then the other one was where do we include our blog pages, and then when do we publish the pages and share with the public. So they are pretty simple questions or answers, and so I will go through that. So let me bring up my PBS if I can find it. So I was one of those ones where my PBS was affected by the server, so I had to redo it all. I'm in the process of doing that still, but let's bring mine up. Why is it so slow now? It's fine, we'll do this one. Okay, so let me share my page. I'm gonna go to my PBS and screen share. Share screen. Yep, share. Okay, you can see my screen, I gather.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so this is my home page. Okay, so the left-hand side here are category pages. Okay, so essentially the difference between a category page and a regular page or a what's it called, a offer page is a category page is a category page is not a page where you're talking about a specific product, where you're actually marketing a product. A category page is very much like Roy explains in the Keystone video and in other lessons. Is a category page is like the index of a book. It'll actually just kind of give you a listing of the items in that category. So if we go to health and fitness, for example, just because that's kind of a big one, well, there's my Google AdSense working. So if we look in health and fitness, we see here there's nothing in here saying come here, buy this, click here, buy this, right? And so the category page as well, I'm gonna say 99% of the time, it is not going to have external links. It is going to have internal links directing our visitors to that category, and then or to that page in that category. And as well, you'll see as well, one of the things, if you're on the call last night, that you hear as well, is that on a category page, the images are always on the right. Okay. And that then just kind of lets Google know that this is not a market page, this is a category page. So on category pages, we always want to have the images on the right. And I mean, I would even say on this category page, that's probably not too bad for pictures. But now the only reason why it's okay in this case is because there's a lot of verbiage here. I mean, now I may go through this and decide that I don't want all of these, but in a sense, a category page, like I said, has internal links. I even think and then even the images don't have links on them. So a category page has internal links, bringing visitors essentially deeper into our PBS. Okay. And then if we now go into one of the pages, so let's go to biohacking a better you. Okay, so this is one of Rory's pages I have not modified yet. And so now this is now a actual page or a offer page. And this also what was the question? Let me just bring this up here. Minimize that. So yeah, and so this is like one of the pages you would add, or one of your blog pages. Okay. And so on this here, this now is going to have a mixture of images with links. It's going to have sometimes it'll have videos. It'll also have links to the actual offer or product that you're marketing you're talking about. Okay. And then as you see, I mean, this is actually a little larger. It's actually got a couple of videos here. Okay, which is actually, so this one here is actually talking about all of our Velveeta products. Okay. And so, like I said, this is your blog page. This is the page that you're going to market, talk about the product, and then direct people to go to that actual offer and either sign up for membership or purchase something. Okay. Now, the other question that they said was, when do we publish our pages and share with the public? Well, so if you guys remember the law of marketing, which says no matter how good a product is, if you don't market it, then no one's gonna know about it. Well, all of our PBSs are actually already on the public or already out in the public. So the way to get the word out there is each time you complete a page or create a page, you then want to go and do some advertising on that page. That is then getting the word out to the public that, hey, I have a page here, I'll come have a look at it. And that's also bringing traffic to your site, because in order to get Google AdSense, you need to have traffic, and you need to have organic traffic. You need to have traffic essentially from the beginning of you starting your pages, not right at the end when everything's done. Okay. So I think I think that answers all the questions. When do we publish our pages? Yeah. So one of the things that Rory does when he creates a page, it's probably a good habit, but not everyone is comfortable doing it, is when he's creating a page, he'll actually do the meta, the title, the keywords, and then he'll publish it right away. That way, he then knows he needs to get it done right now, and not kind of have it kind of on draft and kind of go back and forth to it. So I'm trying to get in the habit of doing that, where I'm going to make a page, I'm going to publish it right away. That way, I know that I need to get it done right away. And then once you have that done, then you advertise it, right? And like I said as well, even if you do publish it, and have it out there, no one's gonna know about it unless they actually type in, for example, 2p41.com, and one page they have is protect from EMF. So the protect from EMF right now is a floating page. So unless somebody knows about that page, they're not going to go to it. So that's why it's probably okay to publish a page when you're creating it, but just know that it just means that you need to get it done. Does that answer the questions? I think it does. Does anyone have
the
any?
person that asked that question didn't put their name on it, so we don't know if you're here today. If you're here, please acknowledge that answered your question, and if there's more explanation needed, you can ask us now. So when you do ask your questions, it would be preferred that you put your first and last name on it. Then we know who we're addressing it to, and to make sure that they got the answers to their questions.
And as well,
I forgot to put my name on it.
Oh, that's okay, Marilyn. Okay, well, you know, but you know,
There
the other
you
thing
go.
is, is that if you put your name on it, we then know if you're here, then we can answer, or we can wait a little bit, right? But Marilyn,
I'm here,
perfect, Marilyn. I'm glad you're
There
here. I'm
you
glad
go.
you kind of, I'm
and
glad you
thank
spoke
you
up.
so much. Thank you.
Sure. So did that answer your questions?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Perfect. You're very welcome, Marilyn. You're very welcome. Does anybody else have any questions about PBS before we go on to the next topic? Pages or PBS?
I have a question regarding what you just explained, Joel, and
Okay.
once you publish a page, can you go back and make any corrections if necessary?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, you can 100%. So if we go to, let's go back here.
Because I'm trying to understand what will be the benefit of publishing like ahead of time, which is pretty much what I understood your explanation was about, right?
So the reason why I think it's a good idea to publish right away is because I have a habit. If I make a page and then I draft it, I'm not going to have the same feeling of urgency to get it done. Whereas if I create it, I publish it, because it's already out there, whether or not people know about it, it's out there already. I'm gonna have more of an urgency to get it done because it's already out there.
In
Does that make
addition to
sense?
that, Jesus, is so you start getting indexed faster.
Right.
You know, you
that
want to
too.
get your keyword out there as fast as possible. There's a lot of competition for, everything that we do, even though some of our, products are unique, but still the keywords are still out there. So even if you haven't completed your page, like you notice what Roy does, he gets his title, he gets his keyword, and maybe the first paragraph, then he publishes it. And then he
meta.
creates the content afterwards. You always, like, I updated my holidays category. Actually, I finished that this morning. I added pictures. I staggered mine, Joel. I didn't put them all on the right side because when I first started, Rory said back and forth, back and forth. I'm still going by the old school.
Are you
And
talking
normally,
are you talking about on the category or on the actual page?
no, actually on the category.
Oh,
Let me just show you what I
Sure.
did on my holiday page, because that is something everybody should be working on too. Okay.
Absolutely.
And you shut yours off. Okay, so I can
Yep.
share. Okay, so I'm sharing. So do you see my holiday page?
Yeah.
This is I did this like last year, Jesus, and actually we're always getting new products, right? And so what I did was I added pictures to what I had, plus I increased what products we have. For example, now we got the spray. So I added that. And remember, everybody, you want to do all your categories, the information that's in your categories, you always want to do it in alphabetical order. Okay.
Yeah.
So
right,
this is in alphabetical order. So I added the picture here, which I didn't have before. This is for the 3 sprays from Velveeta. And then, this is all in a number 3 heading. So I added this nutrient dense beef. This is all new. We didn't have these last year. So you never finish modifying your pages.
Never.
All right.
That's right. Now, one thing to do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then the SHG, I mean, there's so much in there. I was trying to figure out what kind of picture would I put in there to, simulate everything. When
that's good.
I just came up with this one. Okay.
That's great. I like that. That's great.
And see, I'm staggering it back and forth. And another new one is the meow that we just got. So I just added that. I was thinking this morning when I got up, I said, what can I do? What can I advertise? Rory's been talking about, the holidays. Of course, this is the time to start advertising for Christmas. And so I thought of those, and then I added this today. And on the bottom, it says, which makes a fantastic holiday gift. Remember, like Joel said, you always want to have an active link at the beginning and an active link at the end, and then your content in the middle. And then I took, well, this is stuff that I had, but I added pictures today to it. Well, I had pictures on here, but I didn't add pictures to every single one, but I tried to stagger them so that it looked aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
And then the
Now-
pictures, the way I do it, whatever picture I put in my edit mode, I go
Yeah.
to the right and I click on thumbnail. And that brings it down to the size that I
Oh,
like instead of
okay.
anything else. And I don't have to mess around with it.
Nice. Now, do you have Google AdSense yet, Tom?
I'm sorry.
I'm not
What?
seeing it here. Do you have Google AdSense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or just because I don't. Oh yeah,
For
it's
some
right there.
reason, it
I
doesn't
know.
show up on my screen,
get-
but it shows
I
up on
get that
everybody
too.
else's.
Yeah, I got it. So I mean, now that because you have Google AdSense, it's not as much of an issue with staggering. But anyone who does not have Google AdSense, you want to have the images all on the right hand side under category pages, because that was one of the things that Roy mentioned last night. You know, after the call for I'm not sure who was that he was looking for Google AdSense.
Yuri
but that was one of the things
was
he
his
said.
name.
Yes,
Something.
Yuri. That's right. It was Yuri. Yeah.
Yep. Another reason why, here I went blank just a second ago. Oh, another reason why you don't want to keep it in draft, that you want to publish it right away, is that you have people coming in for all the other things that you're advertising. And when they come in, they're going to see that long list of categories over on the left, and they're going to be clicking around in there. So-
Absolutely.
You don't want to miss, you want them to see as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because you may have half a page done, but you might have a link in there and you might get a sale off of it. You just don't
For
know.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Donna,
Exactly.
my other question is, you know, I haven't published a single page yet. The question is, you know, how can I publish?
The things that are in there are already published. So you're
Okay.
already gathering, indexing on it.
Yeah, when you
Uh,
get your template, it's already all published. You're just modifying the pages. So
Okay.
these extra pages are really after you've modified all your pages that are already in there,
Okay,
especially your anchor, pages.
right.
A lot of this is after you get AdSense.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Does
I
that
have
help
Okay.
the
one
artists?
other question, Tom, regarding the way you set up your offers. I noticed that you got like a mix in there, like you got skincare products, which is miel, and then.
So
how-
yes, so-
you order-
so
you order-
you
order-
wouldn't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. So you wouldn't normally. Because it's for holidays, it's a little different. But normally on a category page, you're going to talk about one offer, unless they have a direct a commonality. Like for example, on one of the pages, Rory talks about coffee and wine, and so he actually markets both Velveeta and DTCA. But on 95% of our pages, it's going to be about one product or one company of the products. Like for example, the biohacking for me, that has all Velveeta products on it. Or if you're going to do the fine ones delivered to your door, that's only about DTCA. So
And the
so
thing
most of the
about-
time, it's only going to be about one.
And just a note here, I don't know if you noticed it, but I do have it in my category where it says holiday specials. I didn't have that in there all year. I just put that back in there. After the
Right.
holiday's over, I take it out of the main menu.
But it's
FYI.
still
But it-
still floating, right?
Still floating, exactly.
Yes. But the reason why is because once you publish a page, you don't want to put it back on a draft, because then all the traffic you've generated, you lose all that. So so if the page is floating, it's still there. If people know about it, they can go to it. But most of the time, they're not going to go to it. But the fact that it generates traffic, you want to keep that traffic, because that's very, very valuable.
Yeah, because if you already put ads out for that, and now you take it off, if you draft it, everybody that sees the ad you have out there and try to go to it, they'll get that 404 error and they won't find it, or a page does not exist, or the big zero that crossed out.
Yeah,
So
and-
yeah,
May not- They may
And then
not
as-
come back to your site at all after that.
Exactly. So what that's doing is that's actually making it worse for yourself, because now when you advertise, you're like, oh, I don't know if I trust this one now. You know? Yes, Marilyn.
Hi, where is it floating and how do you make it float?
Okay. So essentially, a good question. So when they say floating, all that means is that it's not. So on all of our PPSs, we have categories on the left-hand side. So if you publish a page but you don't have it in a category, that means it's in your PBS, it's floating. But so really, the only person that knows about it is if they either do a search, or if they actually know that you have this page, like the holiday page.
Like an ad. If you put out an ad for it,
Right.
they can still get to it if they know about it, but
Yeah.
it's not on your menu.
Right. And one of the other reasons why you might do that is, if you have a political page, you don't necessarily want to have that in the categories, but you may talk about it and kind of have it in ads to just kind of generate traffic.
So if it's floating, it's not visible on the left-hand side?
Right.
Exactly.
It's not
That's
part of the
exactly
menu.
right.
So
Mhm.
Exactly.
how do you take it off of the left-hand side? That's what I mean.
Okay, a good question. So that would actually be if you go into the menu. So let me share my screen again. I keep doing that. Share screen. This one, and bring up my PBS again. There we go.
For the
So-
newer people, you don't want to be playing with the menus until you're there at that point of knowledge,
For
because
sure. Yeah, exactly. So I actually have one I need to add. So if you go in, if you go to your main page, click on the little link up top here to go back. So you can do it one of two ways, but let's just do it the easier way so that everyone knows. It just so I just need to click on Joel's amazing one-stop deals. That'll take me to my public page, and now you know that you're logged in if you have this black bar up here. Okay, so and then go to menus. There's my Google AdSense at work. Okay, and then here's here's your your categories on the left hand side. Okay, but I actually have a couple here that I haven't added yet, so I'm going to add them now. So I'm going to do protect from EMF, all skin type healing balm, and American Beauty. So once we do that, then add to menu. Now when you do add to menu, what is that? I'll fix that. It's going to add it to the very bottom. Okay.
So right now, if I may interject,
Please
you can
do.
consider, Marilyn, you can consider those 3 pages as floating already.
Yeah.
Once you get published your page, it has a URL on it. And that means that the public can see it if they know what that URL is, the address
Right.
that goes to that page.
Yes.
So right now, those 3 that he's looking at are floating, but he's going to put it in the particular category where they belong. Once they're in the category, then the people can actually see it on his site.
Okay.
And you
what-
move it around just like he's doing. If you put it all the way to the left, that makes it a category. If you move it to the right a little bit, that makes it like a subcategory or a menu, part of the menu.
Where do we normally have the EMF stuff? I don't remember. Is it
EMF would be
it's probably
under the
health.
health.
Yeah. So here and
you can also add those to category pages and put a link to them without them being on the menu itself.
Absolutely, that's exactly right. Absolutely, because it means sometimes like you don't want to have too many items in your category page, but you can have them listed in the category page, but not actually have it in the menu, if that makes sense. Right?
So if
then
you
we just
wanted-
need-
So
Right.
if you wanted to float, you just set it down at the bottom?
no,
Just take it.
yeah, just I take it off. This,
Now, if you want it floating, it's not anywhere on your menu. Like he's
Right.
doing, he's placing it on his menu.
Right, right.
So once he lets go, it's stationary there, that when the people go to his site and look around, if they come across like that health, and fitness category, and they open it up, now they'll see that EMF protection page there. Where if he didn't put it there, he still has it, but the people wouldn't see it once they go to his site. They could only
Okay.
see it if they clicked specifically on his URL that that was used for that particular product.
Okay.
So
That
Now
makes
that I've-
sense?
If you don't have AdSense yet, you shouldn't even be thinking about this yet.
absolutely, absolutely,
Right.
So be
Okay.
patient, you'll get there.
we'll get there. All right. So,
Okay.
so
I agree with that.
So after we've modified, you want to make sure you do save menu. Very important, or else that work is done. And once, okay, there we go, that's done. And then we go drop back here to my site. And if we look now, clothing and apparel, there's my American Beauty and Health and Fitness. Right there. Okay. Now, so now if you were to in the menu, add one of them to the menu, but then not add it to the next category. You know, I don't know, if I just do this again, for example, just do this one, add it to menu. Okay, and then so if you see it's now at the bottom here. If I then do save menu without moving it, this is what happens. It'll now be at the bottom here. See, so that so that's why you want to make sure that you move it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're very welcome. And I'll take it out. Okay, perfect.
We all set with that, folks? Would like to continue on with that, the staking aspect, because that's a question that a lot of people have been asking. So I want to just show you a video on that 10-minute video. For those who didn't catch it before, it was out, you know, on in Skype, but a lot of times it can get bypassed because there's so much going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that now for you to watch. And if you have any questions after that, then you can ask at that time, okay? So I'm going to share this, share the sound. See, I'm remembering that.
All right, so I'll just kind of show from the beginning. So I'll go to my InPersona app, which is right here. And once I get into my InPersona app, I'm going to click down on the bottom. Can you see?
Yep, I
Okay.
got it.
Awesome. I'm going to click on this bottom wallet, right? Once I've clicked on that, this is where you have your spending and your wallet. So the spending is obviously you using it. You can transfer it to your Vivo Pay into Odie, and you can use it for whatever people use it for on their card, or you can transfer it, right? So like I've already transferred it, but if I was going to transfer it, I'd click this pink button, transfer. I'd put in my PIN, and then I got to hit this green arrow. So I do that, and then it comes up transfer. Now I can transfer it from my spending wallet to my wallet, and this is how I'm going to stake my coins, right? If I was trying to bring it from my wallet to spending, all I would do is hit this arrow, and it would change it from wallet to spending, and then I can choose what I want to transfer over, right? You can hit on this arrow right here and choose between VSC and USDV right there. But for now, what we're going to do, I've already transferred them, but I would transfer my VSC over to my wallet. So I would go here, hit on the VSC, and then I'd put the amount, right? I never put in decimals. I always work in whole numbers. So, you know, this one obviously I've already done. So we're past that part. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this wallet up here, and I'm going to go to here. So right here, you have a couple things. So right here, you can choose the network. But our VSC and our USDV are always going to be on the Vivo Smart Chain. That's what they run on, right? So what I'm going to do is you can see I've already transferred all my tokens here. Now I'm going to click this stake button, right? Stake. Now, when I clicked it, it went straight to this, but normally you would have to enter your PIN, press the little green arrow or green check mark, and then come here. You can see that I've already staked some, but to stake more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this purple button down here, stake, and it's going to open up this. This is where you're going to decide how long you actually want to stake for. And you can see the difference: 7 days, 30 days, 180 days, and 365. Each one has a different percentage rate. So this one, it's only 818. I've already staked 7 days and I've already staked 30 days. Right now, it's all new. So I'm playing around with it. So I am actually going to do 365 days for this one. It's only 800 and some odd coins, 818 coins. So not too worried about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 365 days. I'm going to come here and click in there, and I'm going to put an amount there. Remember, I only work in whole numbers. Oh, before I do that, I want to show something here. You got to remember that there's what's called a gas fee. All right. The gas fee you have to pay every time you stake and every time you receive funds. All right. And how I can explain a gas fee is that a gas fee goes to the network to basically pay the validators. All right. So the validators make sure that everything is proper.
So it's sort of like a transfer fee.
Exactly what it is. A transfer fee. Yeah, it goes to validators to make sure that everything is legal, everything's working right, it's going to the right place, things like that. So you have to pay that. You can't get out of it. Now, the more people stake and the more tokens that get staked, this fee should go down. That is how that works. Yeah, the more money going in, the less the money you're going to have to pay out, right? So that should work that way. Obviously, this is a new system, not 100% sure, but I'm going to put an amount there. I'm going to put less than 818. I'm going to do 816. All right, because that's 1.7. So I'll round up to 2. So I'm going to put 816 here. I think you can go out to 6 decimal points, but I'm not quite positive. I'm going to hit done, and then I'm going to hit this big purple stake button. Once I've hit that purple stake button, it's going to stake funds. Takes a second here. And now when I scroll down, I will be able to see my locked period, 365 days. Now this is awesome. If we're on here long enough, you're going to see this number, claimable rewards. You're going to see this number change. So you'll be able to see these ones also change. Oh, did you see that? Look at right here. So I can tell this is working, which is super exciting for me because already I've made, again, it sounds ridiculous, but 0.000149. So it's an interest rate, right? So you're going to click these ones up at the top here, these 3. I did on October or September 26th is when I staked these. I've already made 13 VSC here, 10 VSC here, and 37 VSC here. All right. So what that means is up here, claimable rewards, I could claim 61 and then restake them if I wanted to. So that's going to be my next thing that I do is I'm going to claim these. But what I want you to see when I do claim these, let's just claim, this one's got the most. Let's just claim this one for now. I want to show you something. You'll see estimated gas cost 0.8. So anytime you do a transaction, there's going to be a gas fee. So what I highly recommend is not doing it all the time. Wait a minute, you don't want to claim 2 VSC because you're gonna spend 1, right? So
Right.
give it a day or two, let some build up, and then let's claim these rewards. It's gonna come up, oh, rewards claimed failed. Well, that's good to know. So maybe you can't do it until it's unlocked. Let's try another one. I thought something came up. Yeah, so unable to claim rewards. So that's fine. Like I said, it's new, we're learning. You'll probably have to wait until the locked thing is done. I'll do more research on that and find out if that
It
is
works now. You can
that is
claim your rewards.
staking your coins.
So where did you get that USDV dollar amount?
So
Mine
the
always
US
says zero. Always says
yes.
zero.
So the USD dollar amount, I have a minute and 45 seconds, but that
Okay.
comes from your community paying out, right? So in the wallet, I'm not 100%
It's how many you
from the wallet
sold.
or or from this goes to the wallet or the spending. But if you look in my wallet, in my spending, I have USDV 88, and in my wallet, I have 17. So I believe what happens is in my hub community, when I get paid out here, I believe it's SocialFi, right? SocialFi, I get paid, you'll see like 7 here, 5 here, 9 here. That goes into my spending USDV. All right. Now, if you're asking about like your hubs, I have 26. This is business volume. All right. So when this one gets up to a certain amount, then I make a little bit of money, right? And it minuses from here. So these build by your teams. So like right now I have 4 connections and 2 connections on different hubs. So they're building, right? Once they get up to a certain amount at the end of the week or whatever, they'll pay out. I believe it says in community total payable, right? So they'll pay out and then you'll get rewards. You'll get VSC. This is going to be like the Epoch rewards. Okay. So
Mine never
you'll
shows
get
anything on that side.
on the
It all-
hubs.
It all goes straight to spending. I don't know why.
I'm gonna lose my phone
Yeah,
thing.
we don't need to. I'm gonna stop the recording on this because you
Oh.
showed what I need to show.
Okay.
Okay. 10:02, 10:02. There you go. That's the end of that video. Let me stop sharing. There we go. I was looking at mine as he was doing that, and he was talking about unlocked and locked. I did like 3 different ones, and it does say once you unstake one, it says unstaked. And then where it says claim rewards to the left of that, it says unlocked. And then I have one underneath that that says claim rewards, just like you're seeing on the video. And to the left of that in red, it says locked. So I guess his problem was that it wasn't marked unlocked. That's why he couldn't claim it at that time.
You can claim rewards at any time. There was some kind of a glitch when he was trying to do that. It should have gone through. But it won't be unlocked until the deadline of the number of days that you've chosen. And then you can send it back to your wallet and restake it. But you can claim the rewards at any time and restake those rewards and start getting interest on the rewards as well.
If you put it in for a week or 180 days, you're saying before that time is up, you can reclaim it?
You can claim the rewards that you're earning.
Yeah.
If it's a large amount, you might want to take it after let's say you claimed it for 3 months, right? You might want to take your rewards once a month out of that and go ahead and start earning interest on those. if it's a large amount. Like you are paying gas fees on each transaction, so you got to keep that in mind if it's a smaller amount. But you can start. The reason that this is so exciting, guys, is that you can double the amount of VSC that you're earning by just keep taking the rewards and staking those, and you can get 4 different you have 4 different choices. What I did is I put out a summary so it's easier to follow. And let me backtrack a little bit. For those of you that do not have this offer or are not familiar with this offer yet, this is a band that is like a Fitbit on steroids. And the difference with this product is that it was the first one of its kind that has a special chip in it that keeps your medical data private. People don't realize that any other Fitbit, all that medical data that they sell it to insurance companies and all kinds of other places, which can affect your rates in the future. People don't realize that, but our Fitbit has a chip that will allows them to collect the data, but it does not keep your identity attached to it. So it's private. So your name doesn't go with the data. So that's the big advantage of ours versus any other Fitbit out there that does similar things. And you're earning cryptocurrency while you're doing it. So I was on a webinar this morning where they were talking about, the future of cryptocurrency. And they were saying that basically Rotary has us set up in an incredible opportunity right now, because they are predicting that late fall or early spring, crypto is going to take off. And there were 7 that they were saying that they are thinking that are going to hit really big. Naturally, they have the 4 sturdy ones like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Chainlink. But they also chose 3 more that they think are going to be superstars. And that was Polygon, Polkadot, and Uniswap. So we deal with Polygon, and it's part of the Ethereum chain. So what we have here is really it's got a really good chance of gaining a lot of value over the next year. So if anybody's interested in joining that offer, get with your instructor, because they'll be able to walk you through it. And if they are not involved in it, then ask me and I'll find the next person up on your upline and you can ask them. So that it is kind of like an anchor offer that we do it as teams. And the more of these that you sell, the more VSC that you're going to earn. And the more times that you take your vitals, the more you're going to earn as well.
So when you take your claim rewards, where does it show up?
You hit claim rewards and it will go to your wallet. Now, for those of you that have the ability to stake right now, I did do a short summary that I'll give you the link to. But the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your spending wallet, the spending side of that, and you're going to transfer any VSC that you have in the spending section to your main wallet. So you're going to hit that pink transfer button and then put in the amount of VSC that you want to transfer. That's the one that you want to keep in whole numbers. And you just, you put the amount that you want and then hit transfer. And then it takes about 2 minutes usually. And then if you click on a wallet at the top, you'll see it come in over there. And then you can take that whole amount, whatever was in the wallet side, will be added to the spending side, and it'll all be there located under the wallet. Then you can hit stake in that blue box, and you'll go through this again. You'll choose VSC. You'll put in the amount that you want to stake, and then it will also, you'll hit the purple button. After you hit stake, it comes up to a new page with at the very bottom of that page, there is a purple button that has stake on it. It goes against common sense, because you're going to think that you should have put in a number before you hit the stake button. But you're going to go to the very bottom and hit the stake, and then it opens up the window that allows you to put in the amount and the number of days that you want to stake it. So if you want to, let me see, let me go give you the address for the summary that I did, because it's a lot easier to follow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, step-by-step instructions, so
Yeah,
the
it
easiest.
is. And I don't know why I'm getting signs on here. There we go.
Oh.
Get the chat. Okay. So you should have access to that. But I think it's a lot simpler.
Yep.
But
We get access.
I would encourage everybody, if you have the ability, to jump in that offer, because I really believe that you have an opportunity to make some decent money off of this in the next year. It's not going to be immediate, but
And you know, I mean, if we haven't learned, I mean, if we haven't learned by now, there's nothing that's good that happens overnight. You know, like
exactly.
you know, so you want to do it now, but know that's going to come later.
Exactly. And you can really count on things that Rory brings you. If you're patient, none of it is a get rich overnight thing. It's more like an investment in yourself, in your business. And the good part about this is that if you're gonna you can stake this and actually earn interest on this, so it can grow. And it's low right now, so there's a good potential of multiplying your, whatever you get. If it's under $1 right now, so if it starts trading in a year or so at over $1, that's a huge multiplier for whatever you got.
And you know, like just an example. I mean, when Bitcoin first came out, no one believed in it. It was like under $1. And then just imagine those people who actually believed in it and bought a couple Bitcoins. Imagine how much they have now.
And it went up to $40,000 a coin.
And then actually during COVID, I saw up to 60,000. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. And they're predicting that it may be on the verge of another spike. So that's exciting. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
So when you keep it in at the allotted time, when you're staking it, let's say for 180 days,
right?
It's collecting more
Interest.
VSCs, right?
Correct.
Now, anytime within that time or after that time, when you claim your reward, then it goes back into your spending wallet.
I think it goes into your regular wallet. I could be wrong, but I think it's regular wallet.
And then is it collecting interest, did you say there?
No, then
No.
you have the ability, it's fluid, so you'll have the ability to go ahead and stake that. And I would wait until you get a 100 or 500 VSC, so you don't waste all your gas money,
Right.
transaction money.
Where does the interest come in that
Is
you're
they-
talking about?
Well, essentially, the interest I think is what it's earning while it's being staked, right, Donna?
That's right. So say, like Sean was showing, he had 10,000 VSC staked, and it was earning interest. If you watch those numbers, you can watch them every day go up. So when he had like
What
39,
was going
I
up
think
was actually the
Interest.
amount of VSCs was what was going up.
Right.
right, the amount that
So
he
that's
was
what you're
earning.
talking about is interest, right? That's synonymous
right.
then. It's the same thing.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
And
I
then you
know.
can take that and move it out liquid, not the main capital that you staked originally. But
Mhm.
that stays staked at the whole amount of time that you staked it for. But the coins that you're earning as interest per se, you can cash those out at any time so that you can combine all of them together. Say you did 5 or 6 stakes, you can combine all that little stuff together and stake that.
Man, I am all of a sudden getting hungry talking about all this steak. but I know there are people there, wondering, why would I stake and not just take it out? Like what's the point of staking it? So the reason why, essentially the reason why we are going to stake it is because what that's doing is that is actually proving its value. That is proving it is there, is it is in existence. We are essentially proving that this VSC is valid.
And we're proving it that we trust it and it's not
Right.
going away. And this webinar that I was listening to at 8 o'clock this morning proved that. They were talking about Polygon, which is what we're involved in as well, and the Ethereum chain, and how much potential that has, how much trust people have in that for growing, coming up very soon. So right now, it's down, and they were kind of suggesting, now I'm not giving investment advice because I am not
Mhm.
I don't have the credentials to do that. I'm just telling you what I heard and why I got me excited, because they were talking about the 7 picks that they had for fast growth here coming shortly. And we're in that. That's what we're involved in. So to me, that was like a validation of everything we're doing.
This is exciting stuff, man.
It
This is exciting.
is. And you can, to see your coins go up by a third is that's really exciting.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching a horse race. Come on.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's actually kind of fun,
Yeah.
when you're watching it grow like that. It's one of the few things that you can actually see day by day that's growing. It's
Yeah.
going to pay off in the end. So if anybody has any other questions, Catherine?
Donna, I got just a couple. Do we know yet whether or not the lock coins are going to drop? And if and when they do, are we going to be able to stake all or part of those?
Yes, it is going to drop. I haven't seen it happen yet, but
Yeah.
yes, those they're hoping everybody stakes those for sure.
Okay. And then I got a quick question about Odie.
Mhm.
Because I don't have the bandwidth. I don't seem to be able to download Odie. But
Okay.
my son, who lives in Oregon, has got more speed than he knows what to do with his computer, and he is my emergency contact. If I
Okay.
croak tomorrow, he gets everything anyway, so he's got access to everything. Do you know whether or not it might be possible for him to do the OD and then be able to use it remotely from here?
The problem with that is that you've got one phone number on those accounts,
Oh, yeah.
and they will send codes to verify that it's you, and that's going to be hard to do at that distance.
Yeah. Well, I
If
just thought, if I
interested,
had him on the phone and he was doing it for me and I could get the
There you go.
code on my phone and give it to him.
That's possible, I guess. I mean, you could give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've taken it to town to the hospital, with my laptop, and
Yeah.
that's the fastest speed in the whole. It's a county seat and it's not fast enough to load OD. So,
Well, I would tell you, I would personally not sweat that problem, because you can always, if you're worried about cashing it out, personally, I'm going to use Coinbase for everything,
oh, I
because
have
I
that.
find that easy to use.
Yeah.
So the thing with OD is that they're the group rather that, what do you call it? Proofs it. They
Mhm.
okay it.
Validate.
Thank you. I was looking for
There
the
we go.
word. Couldn't come up with. But as far as me cashing out through them, that I don't have any plans to do that. I'm going to go through Coinbase to do that instead.
Okay, so we still have that option because I have Coinbase.
Yeah.
Coinbase gave me no trouble at all. OD doesn't even want to talk to me. So
Well, right now, we don't have a large selection of exchanges that are carrying the VSC yet.
Mhm.
But I think
Yeah.
I highly suspect that in the very short future, when crypto starts on its rise, I think it's going to spike. It's going to go way up, and I think that more exchanges might carry it then.
Yeah, because if what you heard this morning is going to follow, then they're all going to jump on the bandwagon.
Yep. And the
Okay.
thing with what we're doing is that we have a product associated with it. It's not just some helter-skelter picture, the NFT has a valid purpose. There's a product behind it that is sold as well. So not only is it a service, it's collecting medical data and giving you a way to track your medical data, from home, but it also earns cryptocurrency, and it's a service. So it's backed by something that's valid, right?
Yeah.
And in
that's what-
addition to that, it's all around the world too. There's a lot
Right.
of There's a
Exactly.
lot of countries that are involved with this, and there's a lot of businesses within the countries that are also doing the research. And this is great for the health field, because now they're having actual virtual information that they are buying. They buy the information, and that's where the value of the VSCs come in. So the more they buy, the better we are positioned. And that's all around the world. And there's some super big companies that are involved with this now since we started, that are adding their information to it too. So it's actually snowballing. It's getting bigger and bigger. It's not just us. It's a lot of corporations, a lot of businesses, a lot of people, millions of people.
It's huge. Plus, it can save you doctor's trips, doctor's visits, because you can send that data directly to your doctor as well without having to go in and have an office visit. So it can save you, if you're having, say, a heart issue, a rhythm issue, you can take your EKG off of this and send it right to your doctor. You don't have to go in there, so he has to do the EKG. Saves you lots of money and time. It saves him time as well. He has the information he needs right there to read.
Yeah. And on my page about it, I've put on there my own experience, which is my husband's
That's right.
vitals were not looking good. And I did not like that he had this low heart rate no matter what. And we were able to take that information into the cardiologist. They did some of their own testing. And basically, I was told, well, it's a good thing you brought this to us because you could wake up next to a dead person. And they put in a pacemaker and he's doing fine and everything's great. So I
Awesome.
don't care what I make off of this watch. I get to keep the husband. So
That's
That's
right.
a great testimonial. Huge.
100%.
Diane?
Oh, hi, everybody. Question, I noticed when Sean was doing the, the video, it has transfer to VivoPay. Is that the credit card? I don't have that. So I'm just saying, is that the credit card that he activated?
It
Yeah.
is, and you can do that in conjunction with Odie. And I'll get the instructions, make sure the instructions are out there too. If you don't
And
have,
also, he has, on one of his screens, he has the gas point, the gas charge. I don't have the gas thing on mine at all.
it's after you hit stake. You're not gonna see it unless you're in your wallet and you click on, at the top, it's got spending in wallet. You click on the wallet side. And then in the blue box, if you're in the Vivo Smart Chain, you'll see the word stake inside that blue box. You click on stake, and then at the bottom, that's where you're gonna see the gas fee at the very bottom.
I'm doing that right now. Hold on, because I didn't see it before, and I'm like,
So they'll subtract that from your whole number of VSCs. So when you stake 100, you may be actually staking 99 point whatever it is.
Right. Yeah.
I'm in that where it says stake, because I did some staking already, and I earned. It says I can claim my rewards. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
have a gas fee at the bottom. All it said is validator node OD Digital Bank.
Okay, so you're in the staking page where you're looking at how much you've earned and how much is staked still.
Okay.
You claim your rewards first, and
Right.
then you can click where it says unstake. Is that what it says? Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unstake, and then it'll transfer both of those over to your wallet, and then you can restake them if you want.
And that's where I'll see the gas charge in
You-
there. Once I
You
do
only
that.
see the gas charge when you're going to go to stake it because
Stake.
it'll tell you how much the gas charge is.
Well, I
That's
did
really
stake. I staked it a while, about when we first did it, a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm on the screen where it says it's unlocked, it says claim rewards, and then it just says validated OD Digital Bank, but I didn't see anything along the line that said the gas.
So the way that you know you're being charged a gas fee, if you try to stake everything, and the stake is grayed out, that means it's charging you a gas fee.
Okay.
It's
Because remember I had that trouble the
essentially-
last time? We had to do that to try to get a gas fee, whatever. I made that transaction with Coinbase and it never went through. It's like still in space somewhere.
Okay, now that when they charge gas fees in staking, they charge in VSCs. So they'll take away some of those VSCs for gas fees.
Gas
They
fee.
don't use the Polygon or what's it called? Matic.
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 Right.
Thank you.
Matic.
Thank you.
That's why Sean went to 816 instead of his total of 818. That
Right.
was to
Exactly,
compensate
same
for the gas charge.
That's right.
Exactly.
So he added it, at the end. Now the second one you can do in fractions, but the first, when you're transferring it from your spending wallet to your wallet, it takes it away from the whole number.
Okay.
That makes
All right,
sense.
I thought I was having an issue because of the last time, when I sent that money from Coinbase to my account and it never got there. I sent $10 and Kathleen, everybody was helping me. It never showed up anywhere.
Yeah,
I
so you
think,
may have said something wrong.
yeah, I think that was to transfer it out of your wallet to Coinbase.
Right.
And that's why you have to have, it has to be in certain different coins for that. So that's more involved, but
Yeah,
that's where you use
sure
the
then.
Matic, or yeah, the polygons.
Okay, okay, we'll figure all this out. And does everybody's amounts keep fluctuating?
Oh,
The
yeah,
spend-
they will. Well, are you talking about when it's staking? Absolutely.
It's going up
That's
and
why we
down.
stake.
It's up and down.
You mean your wallet? Your wallet?
Yeah,
Yeah, they are aware of that. The USDV fluctuates. They're working on that. It's better now, if you've noticed. It's more stable.
it's not dropping as much, yeah, because I had a lot more and it dropped. And now it was going up a little bit again, but it's not where it was, but it's, but I did take some screenshots along the way, just,
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, thank you.
All right. The other thing that I wanted to run by you guys and just show a hand is, would you guys, would it help you guys to have a study hall during the day rather than just on the weekends? Anybody that is in favor of that, raise your hand so we can see if it's worth it or not. Couple, 1, 2, 3. Well, what we could do is try it out and see if it's worth it. Let's give it a try. We can do it right after this, and we'll start next week, not today, because I have things scheduled. But we'll keep it open for a few hours, maybe 2 hours to start with, see how that works. If it's too long, then we'll cut it back. If it, we'll just work on it. Let's just experiment and try it out. So it'll be Wednesday after this meeting.
Yep.
Edna, what's your question?
Which is actually November 1st.
Oh, is it really?
Hmm.
I was just raising my hand for the count.
I'm sorry?
I was just raising my hand for the count.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I don't know why that's doing that lately. Do you guys?
Yeah, I hear it. I don't know what it is.
You can hit
Edna,
that
go
same
ahead
button.
and mute out again.
Just hit the
Okay.
same button that you did to raise your hand.
That's all I
Okay.
have, Tom, if you want to close up.
I did put a link in there that I noticed Kathleen put in the Skype a few minutes
Okay.
ago. It had to do with the Odie, so I just put it in the chat. I don't know what it's about. It says Odie articles. So just as a matter of information, you can click on that and see what it's all about for anybody who has any concern about Odie.
Perfect. We can go ahead and put the link for Sean's video as well. I guess we could post that after this, huh?
Oh, for his video.
Yeah,
That'd-
because that
that'd
way
be
they
good to
can
have.
slow it down. They can slow it down.
Okay.
And mine's just a summary, step by step.
Okay, it's in the chat now.
Thanks.
Okay, folks, you can click on that last link that's in there, and that's the video link that you just
Click it.
saw.
And bookmark it.
Yes.
Rebecca, do you have a question?
Okay, just want to be clear on the study hall. Does, someone has to be talking, or can everybody
No.
kind of work on that hour? And then if
Right.
they have a question, they just kind of, pipe in.
It's just going to be an open Zoom room, and people
Mhm.
can pop in and we'll just work together. Evidently,
Okay.
a lot of people just like the community feeling, and if
Mhm.
they have a question, they can ask, and they've got several people right there to help them out as well.
Yeah, I think it would be
No,
good, especially
not-
for beginners.
Yeah, it's not going to
For
be
sure.
a training session. This is just, we'll have somebody there just to oversee it, but it's not going to be anything planned or anything like that. It's just a place where people can come together to work on their PBS.
Come and go anytime they want,
Exactly.
right?
Yep, they
Yep.
don't have to stay the whole time. You don't have to be there on time. You can come and go as you please. If there's nobody there, obviously, we're gonna shut it down, but,
Yeah.
Do
So
you
if
have
there's
this
like,
Spanish?
somebody has a question, then they can ask. If somebody knows the answer, they can answer, right?
Exactly. Yep,
Exactly.
absolutely. Yep, it's a great idea.
The free for
And
all.
then, yeah, and then
Yeah.
what it does as well then is that also frees up the instructors during the week. So we can then get more of our stuff done because we're not answering questions all every time, right? So
Yep.
we can then just say, you know what? If you have questions, come to this study hall on such a time and ask there.
exactly. It's a good place for especially beginners.
Mhm.
Because if you've got hundreds of people on your team, there's just not enough hours in the day. And if you could get them all in one place and as they're working on their pages, especially the first anchor pages, there's going to be to help them get going as well. Plus, they feel like they're more a part of the team that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
It seems to be working really well. So
Yep, I think it's a good idea. But what, for those people that works all day, is there any other
they
study
got
hall?
the weekend. I think Lori's doing one on the weekend. Right now, we'll just see, how these work out.
Okay,
We don't need a million of them happening, that's for sure, but,
Was that the one
Mhm.
Linda was doing on Sunday afternoons at 3 o'clock?
I think it's the same idea.
Linda,
it.
it's the same idea. Yeah, Rory's got one as well.
Wednesday
for
nights.
for his VIP. His is
Right.
on Thursday night. I
Is it Thursday or is it Wednesday night?
think it's Thursdays.
Oh, 6 o'clock, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, there's a lot of them going on. But this is a huge team. So it's, it's a good opportunity for everybody if you want to just pop in and see what's going on. If there seems to be something that a lot of people are having issues with, then it's a good way to find out about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was great. I was on with Lori Sunday a little bit, and she was going, through her PBS, and people were asking questions, and then we could ask anything, as she's going along, as she's doing what she's doing. And little questions that come up, we could just ask, and she can help you.
Yeah, it's going to be very relaxed and just open. Everybody can do their own thing. It's not going to be a planned training of any kind. It's just going to be an open room that everybody can go in and get questions answered if they have questions and do their work.
It's just like
Mhm.
Skype, basically. But
Yeah,
actually, if we're helping somebody and we share our screen, then everybody in there that's there can also learn at the same time.
yeah, benefits everybody. Okay, well,
Okay.
I've got to run, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording.